Let's go. You know it's baby.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Talk with Luis Madrid. Today we have a real special guest. We have one of boxing's top prospects, Gabriel Flores Jr. How you doing today, champ?
Great, yourself?
Good, thank you. So can you take us a little bit to your beginnings, your birthplace, and just kind of how you got introduced to boxing?
I started boxing at 7 years old, and from Stockton, California. Just started from watching my older brother, Gabriel Gutierrez, fight. We're in the garage. My father used to train him all the time, and I was just real interested in it. I was probably about 4 years old when I was watched, and I always watched, and I sparred one day. I was about 6. I sparred out in LA, I think like Oxnard area, and then and I asked my father if I could jump in the ring and spar, and then he said yeah, but I never even boxed before, so I got in and I liked it a lot, and so after that, and I just waited another year until I turned 7, and then I started.
Okay, cool. And I've never actually been there myself, but I've heard that Stockton is like a heavy crime area, gang violence and stuff like that. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it's hard growing up in Stockton. You got to make sure you make the right moves and you're around the right people, because all it takes is 2 minutes to mess up your whole life and get locked up, or you can die, or there's a lot of things that going on in Stockton that could get you caught up.
And for you, I mean, right now you're 20, right?
20 years old.
You're real young, but how do you manage to just keep that maturity level and just keep your head on straight and stay away from those distractions and whatnot?
Just knowing what I want in life. Looking at the big picture. I know I want to fight for a world title. I want to win a world title, and then I want to win more. And then in another division, I want to win more world titles. So to get there, I can't just be hanging on the block in the streets all day long. I got to make sure I'm in the gym, training, not getting in trouble. The boxing takes a lot. You got to have a clear head, and you got to make sure you're in there, you're fighting the whole time, and you're focused, and you're not out there with a whole bunch of different types of distractions. So just knowing what the big picture is helps me. You stay focused and stay out of there. And
I would imagine that you have a real good support system too, right?
Yeah,
your team, your father, everybody.
Yeah, I got a heavy stacked team. I got my father, I got Jay Prince, Antonio Leonard, I got my photographer Julio, I got my videographer Javinci. So there's a lot more people behind that, So I got a real strong team.
Cool. And then right after that, you had a real impressive amateur career. I believe it was like 90-something wins and like 7 losses. Is that right?
91-7. Yeah, 91-7.
And you after that, you made history. You were the first one to sign with Top Rank at 16.
Yeah.
You had to hold things off a little bit and then turn pro or actually fight when you were 17, right?
Yeah, it all started with when I was fighting in Puerto Rico for a little amateur tournament, and we got the call. Rick Morrigan hit us up and let us know that Top Rank, we could get something going. So with the help of him, back in 2016, we got it going. We locked it in, and so right there, I just kept on training, stayed focused until my pro debut. It was Cinco de Mayo, 2017.
Cool. And so ever since so once that happened, did that kind of put a stop on your amateur career, as far as like, did you have plans of like maybe becoming an Olympian or anything like that?
Of course, when I was amateurs, I thought of going to Olympics. I didn't think I could go pro at that young. It was never like, I didn't know that was an option. Right. I wasn't really heading for that or anything. I thought it was like, at least he had to be 18. So I didn't really focus on the pros like that. I was just deep in the amateurs. So when I got the opportunity, it was a great contract. So when it came over, man, we could do this, and I did a lot in the amateurs. Won a lot of national titles, had a lot of experience, traveled. So I think we knew we had enough experience to go pro. So that's what we did.
And that's a cool thing for you, I would imagine, because yes, you're so young in age, but it seems like boxing-wise, you're a lot more mature than most because you've been fighting for so long as a pro.
Yeah, this is my life. This is an everyday thing. So, yeah, I'm young, but man, it's like I got experience in this game.
For sure. Sounds good, man. Well, let's get a little bit into some current events. How has this pandemic been treating you this crazy summer so far, 2020?
Yeah, it's a little off. It could throw you off, but I've been making sure to stay in the gym. For a little bit, there's no gyms open in Vegas, so we're just training right here in the living room, hitting pads, running, jumping ropes, shadow boxing, making sure I could do what I could do to stay in shape and not get over too much overweight, and making sure if I get the call that I could jump in the ring and be good within a month or 8 weeks. So that's all it is. You just gotta, no matter what it throws at you, because there's obstacles going at you all day long. No matter what you do, if you're in a pro, there's obstacles coming at you. You gotta make sure you gotta get through it, because at the end of the day, you gotta perform when the night comes.
Right, and it's crazy because you fought on probably one of the biggest cards right before you hit, and then you were on the Wilder Fury card, right?
Yeah. That was days before everything shut down.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool, man. And so it looks like after that you were able to get a fight in the summer special that ESPN was having, and you got to fight in the bubble. Can you talk to us a little bit about that experience and just how different everything was from the training camp and then the actual fight, or fight week being in the bubble and then the actual fight with no fans? How different was that for you?
Yeah, the training camp seemed pretty, standard, regular, how we usually do it. But being in the bubble, it was just getting tested, and you can't leave the floor. You're on I think it was the 9th floor, and you can't even leave the floor. You got to be right there. And then when they test you, you got to stay in your room. You can't even be in the floor until you get your results back. Once you get your results back, you could walk the floor if you want. Can't go down to the casino and get food. You got to get it brought up to you some way, somehow, or sometimes you can't even do that. Room service, or it's a little tough. But me, I'm real mellow and chill and relaxed. So I was just in the room all day, focusing, thinking about my fight, watching tape, just ready.
That's cool that you say that, because I wanted to ask you that, because a lot of fighters, they like to go outside and walk and get some air, and you just kind of get bored in the room even though you're there for a fight. And then other fighters, they're used to just being in the room during the fight week anyway, so it's almost like nothing really changed. Yeah,
I wasn't worried about it. And as far as fight night, I think Top Rank did a great job of setting up how they did it. It felt good. I mean, of course, there's no fans out there, but if there's a person in front of you swinging, no headgear, you got to be ready to fight.
Right.
And I think I kind of liked how they had the little live people talking. You could hear people from the little speakers. It was all right, and I didn't mind that at all.
As far as on the TV, I don't know how I was there, obviously, but on the TV, I don't think it's too bad, because they kind of black everything out, and the announcers, Tim Bradley and everybody, they do an awesome job anyways, and they get really excited, so you almost forget that there's no fans there anyway. So
yeah, no, it was a terrific show, so I adapted to it real good.
Yeah. And you were the main event that fight, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
I believe you got the stoppage, but you had some problems with your back or something.
Yeah, I got a knockdown. Yeah, the second round I knocked down. I injured it within the first 45 seconds of the second round. It was an injury before the fight. I actually injured it in sparring. And the fight night, I felt good, just a little sore. So I was like, I could do everything. I'm mobile, I felt good. And so we went in there, but the second round, he hit me in my lower back. Boom, exactly where it hurt it. And then my back felt shot after that. When I was moving, punching, feigning, everything I did, I just felt it tighten up more and more and more. It wasn't even hard to sit down on the stool and get up from the stool. So it was a tough night. So I was just trying to keep my distance and try to make sure that he didn't reach that spot again.
For sure. Cool. And another thing that I wanted to ask you is, it looks like I don't know exactly what it is that his role is, and hopefully you can let us know. But it looks like Andre Ward's is part of the team now. Somewhat.
Yeah. Andre Ward's 100% part of the team.
Yeah.
He helped me a lot. We're out in Stockton, and we're right there training, sparring, and he was right there giving me tips. Andre Ward he brings a great support system, and he got his ties, he got his connections, and with Top Rank and all that, and a lot of knowledge.
Right.
A whole bunch of knowledge. So he's a big plus to our team too.
That's cool, man. I mean, even just us as regular boxing fans, we're huge fans of Andre Ward. So I could imagine growing up in Northern California, and then you being the boxer that you are, and you're a smart fighter. I would imagine that's somebody you idolized or looked up to when you were younger. Yeah, I mean, Andre Ward was the last one from Northern California to hold the crown and really do it. So there was nobody after him. He was the last one to win the gold medal. All that, so now I feel like it's my turn to stand up for Northern California and do good for us. For sure. And the other thing I wanted to tell you or ask you is, you do have quite a bit of fights, even though for someone that's so young. Do you have any idea how soon you might be interested in fighting for a title, or how soon that might be coming along in the next year or two?
Yeah, maybe within the next 4 fights. I'm ready. We're getting closer. We're just getting fighting better opponents, make sure we get our rank up and all that. But for sure, I'm getting there, man. It's close.
Okay, for sure. All right, man. The next thing that I have is I have three upcoming fights. Just want to get your take on it, breakdown, and let me know what you think about them. All right. The first one that we have is the Gervonta Davis fight in the Leo Santa Cruz at 130. How do you see that fight going down?
I see like a good fight, man. I feel like if the weight doesn't really hurt Gervonta, I'm not sure if it is. Only he knows his body. If he makes weight good and everything, he feels healthy, I feel like he could pretty dominate the fight, as rounds goes on points and everything. But Leo's not no joke. He's going to keep on coming, keep on going to the body. He's active. So it's going to take everything that Gervonta got to make sure he dominates and wins a clean victory.
Cool, for sure. And then fight number 2, we got the Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez unification bout.
Yeah.
How do you see that going down?
That's one of the hardest fights to really pick a winner of all. Vasily Lomachenko, he has really high boxing IQ. Great boxer. And Teofimo, he's a good boxer too. But he hits hard. If he lands something, So, if I had to pick a winner, man, I don't know. Like I said, that's a tough one. Like, if it goes all 12 rounds, I'm going to lean towards Lomachenko for sure. But Teofimo just got to look for that shot, a counter or something. You just got to make sure to land something. Because I think that's the way he's going to win. I don't see any other way.
And those are the fun fights. That's what we want to see. The ones that you don't know who's going to win, the 50-50 fights.
That's what all the fans want to see.
Sure. And the last fight that I got for you is this one, I don't think it's official yet, but it looks like it's close. The Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez fight at 130 for the WBC.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be a showdown for sure. I'm real cool with Oscar Valdez. Sparred him before. He talks about me real well in press conference and all that. Been in his training camp. So me and him, we know each other pretty well. So for that fight, I would hope to see Oscar come out victorious for sure.
For sure. Cool, man. And to finish up, I do a little segment called 12 Rounds of Boxing, and all it is just 12 fun, random, rapid-fire questions.
Okay.
Most of them have nothing to do with boxing, and then we'll finish up with that, all right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So question number 1 is, what is the first thought that crosses your mind when you wake up?
Oh, man. Depends on certain days. Sparring days, sometimes it's just like what I'm going to do in the ring. If it's just a regular Sunday on my day off, I'm looking for a meal, what I'm going to eat. It always depends what's going on, but probably 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to get ready for the training day. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do in training.
All right, for sure. Question number 2 is, what movie or movies have made you cry before?
Oh, man. I was young. I seen The Kid in Striped Pajamas. It's a real good movie. It's like about, I guess, like some racist stuff in there between the Germans and Jews, I think. But I remember watching it when I was young with my mom, and yeah, it was just crazy story. You gotta watch it.
For sure. Question number 3 is, what does a Gabriel Flores Jr. music playlist look like?
I listen to a lot of rap, old school rap. If you look through my phone and the music, out of 10 songs, you see like 7-8 songs from like early 2000s, 90s, so or shit, even the 80s maybe. But I listen to a lot of old music, like from my pops. I even listen to like oldies, like East Side Story, like stuff like that.
And it seems like you're kind of listening to some of the Northern California corridos too.
Yeah, for sure. My boy Alexis from Stockton, he's doing it. At NCI, his homie. So yeah, I try to get into that too. I like to support.
All right, for sure. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite meal to have right after weigh-ins?
After weigh-ins, sometimes I stopped doing pasta. I used to do pasta a lot, but now I just eat like I try to eat like light still. Eat a lot of it, but like grilled chicken or white rice. I like doing the hibachi grill. That's my favorite. Like if I go anywhere after the weigh-ins, I like going to the hibachi grill for sure, like a Benihana's or something like that.
feel like the pasta just kind of makes you sluggish for the day or something, kind of tires you down?
Yeah, I mean, or like it just my stomach don't really like it for that night. You know, I don't hold it good. Like all that different seasonings or sauce or something they do, but I like the hibachi grill a lot more.
All right, for sure. Question number 6, and for this one, you can forget that you were a boxer. Let's just imagine that you're not a fighter.
Alright.
If you could eat this, if you were forced to eat the same thing for your rest of your life, what would it be?
Damn. Oh, the same thing for the rest of my life. Like just one meal or like a category.
The same food.
Alright. I had to choose some type of Mexican food, like some taquitos or something. I like taquitos. I eat taquitos a lot. For sure.
All right, cool. The next question is, what is your least favorite exercise? Like when it's time to do it, you just cringe, like, oh damn, I gotta do that.
Man, sometimes it was working with my strength and conditioning trainer. I had to do like some type of squats. I didn't really know how to explain them, but I'm like, damn, all right, come on, let's do it. But I like a challenge, but I'll be like, I gotta prepare myself mentally before I do it.
Question number 7 is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Time travel, like go to the future or go back and all of that, relive moments or go to the future or something like that.
Sure. The next question is, what is your favorite sneaker of all time?
Oh, there's a sneaker that I always wanted, but I never even wore. I even got it. It was like the Jordan 4s, the snakeskins. They're nice, but my favorite sneaker for sure is the Air Force Ones.
All right, for sure. White ones?
All whites, yeah.
Low top?
Yeah.
All right, cool. The next question is, do you follow any other sports closely?
I'm a big Raiders fan. For basketball, I'm a Kings fan. Baseball, I'm an A's fan. Never really had a team for hockey or anything, but I follow them here and there.
All right, for sure. Question number 10 is, what is your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch for sure.
All right, cool. And question number 11 is, what is the best life advice you've ever received?
Oh, the best life advice I ever received. Life keeps going on, man. You can't be stuck on one thing for the rest of your life. You gotta make sure you know, life is like a game plan. You know, to make sure you live good and take care of your people, your family around you. To be able to do that, you can't be stuck on one thing that happened in the past. You know, if you can't control it anymore, you sometimes have to move on and just try to do your best and pick up after that.
I seen some other documentaries before. I thought you were gonna hit me with have good credit, what Pops told you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, for sure. And then the last question is, what's the most humbling experience or encounter you've ever had with the fan? Like maybe like a little kid that's sick or something and they're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had a couple of those, man. You know, and it hurts, you know. Sometimes you see a kid sick or in trouble situations like that, you know, and it just makes you grateful for, you know, what I got going on and what I got blessed with. But there's a lot, but I'd say one moment that I was blessed to have, and it was great for my city, was after a Stockton Arena fight, or no, I'll say in Vegas. I wasn't even living here yet, and I met a fan, and he was just like so shocked to really like see me and kick it with me, like, cause I actually went up to the table and said what's up to him and chopped up for a little bit more than just do a picture, you know, and like see it got him like emotionally, like, cause like I try to be like tired, but like I'm for the people, you know. I hold my city on my shoulders pretty heavily. You know, I do a lot. I do everything I can for my city. Like, I go back to my city and I try to do everything I can. I go to assemblies for the kids. And every time there's an event and I'm in town, I go to it. Like, I try to show my city, like, I'm really down for them, for sure.
For sure. Respect, man. Well, there you have it. Before we let you go, any message to your fans, social media, anything like that?
Stockton, we're going to the top, man. We're going to take this over. Like I said, Andre Ward was the last one to do it in Northern California. Now it's my turn. I hold that weight on my shoulders, and I'm going to make it happen.
For sure. All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Box Talk with Luis Madrid. God bless everybody. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another episode of Box Talk with Luis Madrid. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know who you would like us to interview next. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Let's go.